The bustling city of Bukavu, nestled on the shores of Lake Kivu, fell silent. The second-largest city in the Democratic Republic of Congo's war-torn east had fallen. The M23 rebels were now in control. Their advance had been swift, catching many by surprise. Congolese troops, seemingly outmatched and outmaneuvered, offered little resistance. The city, once a symbol of Congolese resilience, was now a prize in a conflict that seemed to have no end. The streets, usually teeming with life, were eerily deserted. The air, thick with tension, carried whispers of uncertainty and fear. The city, once a vibrant hub of commerce and culture, was now a ghost of its former self. The silence was broken only by the tramp of boots and the rumble of military vehicles, a stark reminder of the new order that had been imposed. The swiftness of the M23 advance left many stunned. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of peace in a region ravaged by conflict. The ease with which the rebels took control raised troubling questions about the Congolese army's capacity to defend its own. The fall of Bukavu was not just a military defeat, it was a blow to the very heart of Congo's fragile stability. The world watched, holding its breath, as the situation in Bukavu unfolded. It was a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict, a tragedy playing out in real time. The fall of Bukavu was not just a news story, it was a human tragedy, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the devastating consequences of war. The capture of Bukavu came on the heels of another strategic victory for the M23, the fall of Goma. This key city, the capital of North Kivu province, fell into rebel hands with a speed that shocked many. The capture of Goma, a major economic and political hub, served as a prelude to the Bukavu offensive, demonstrating the rebels' growing strength and ambition. The capture of Goma was a chilling echo of the past. The M23, a rebel group with a history intertwined with Congo's troubled past, had once before seized control of Goma in 2012. That occupation, marked by human rights abuses and violence, left a deep scar on the city's psyche. This latest capture therefore reopened old wounds and stoked fears of a return to a dark chapter in Goma's history. The parallels between the two captures were stark. In both instances, the M23 demonstrated a level of military prowess that belied their relatively small size. The Congolese army, despite its superior numbers and resources, seemed unable to match the rebels' tactical acumen and determination. The ease with which the M23 took Goma not once but twice raised uncomfortable questions about the effectiveness of the Congolese government's security strategy. The fall of Goma cast a long shadow over the region. It was a stark reminder of the persistent threat posed by armed groups in eastern Congo. It also highlighted the cyclical nature of violence in the region, where old conflicts seemed to re-emerge with renewed ferocity. The capture of Goma was not just a military victory for the M23, it was a symbolic victory, a stark reminder of their enduring presence and their capacity to destabilize the region. The M23's strategic acumen was further demonstrated by their swift capture of Kavumu Airport. Situated just a short distance from Bukavu, this critical piece of infrastructure was the last military stronghold standing between the rebels and their objective. Its capture effectively cut off the city from air support and reinforcements, paving the way for the M23's bloodless takeover. The capture of Kavumu Airport was not merely a logistical victory, it was a symbolic one. It showcased the M23's growing confidence and their ability to outmaneuver and outsmart their adversaries. It sent a clear message to the Congolese government and the international community. The M23 was a force to be reckoned with, capable of achieving its objectives with speed and precision. Control of Kavumu Airport provided the M23 with a strategic advantage. It allowed them to control the flow of people and goods in and out of the region, further consolidating their grip on power. This control also gave them leverage in any future negotiations, allowing them to dictate the terms of engagement. The capture of the airport was a testament to the M23's strategic thinking, their ability to plan and execute complex operations that extended beyond conventional military tactics. The fall of Kavumu Airport was a significant blow to the Congolese government. It exposed the vulnerabilities in the government's defense strategy and raised questions about its ability to effectively secure critical infrastructure. The loss of the airport also dealt a blow to the morale of the Congolese army. already reeling from the M23's string of victories. The capture of Kavumu airport was a turning point in the conflict, tilting the balance of power decisively in favor of the M23. The conflict has left countless casualties in its wake. Families have been torn apart, and communities shattered. With homes destroyed, many have been forced to flee, leaving behind everything they once knew. The future remains uncertain for those displaced, as they seek safety and stability in unfamiliar lands. The road to recovery is long and fraught with challenges, but hope persists among the survivors. In the face of adversity, their resilience shines through, a testament to the human spirit's enduring strength. In the midst of escalating tensions, leaders from around the world have been urging for calm and diplomacy. They emphasize the importance of dialogue and peaceful resolution to prevent further conflict. The international community watches closely, hoping for a de-escalation. The role of the continent's peacekeeper is now under intense scrutiny. Questions arise about its effectiveness and impartiality in managing the crisis. Critics argue that more decisive action is needed, while supporters believe in the institution's potential to mediate peace. Rwanda finds itself at the center of international attention. Accusations and counter-accusations fly, complicating the situation further. The country's leadership faces a delicate balance between defending national interests and engaging in constructive dialogue. The current crisis brings back memories of a troubled past, stirring fears of history repeating itself. Yet amidst the uncertainty, there is also a glimmer of hope. Many believe that with concerted effort and genuine commitment, a peaceful and prosperous future is still within reach.